Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
Hi there, I'm Ralph behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade. Is that a polka I hear?
Stolat.
Yeah, well, it must mean we're doing something Polish, and we are. This is a real hybrid, folks. A little, what we call fusion.
Confusion.
Maybe, yeah, more confusion than fusion. We're making Polish spaghetti. Polska spaghetti. Okay, Polish spaghetti.
It's a baked spaghetti. It's a baked
spaghetti.
But instead of Italian sausage, you're going to use kielbasa?
Well, yeah, and so what we're going to do is so we use kielbasa and bacon. So what I've got here.
This is your own invention.
Yes.
So you could probably, do different variations on it. But
again, it's all about having fun, being creative. I've got 4 slices of bacon here that I've just
diced up,
sliced up sideways. Okay, little strips, lardons. Okay, they call them. So we're just going to call them cut up little pieces of bacon, and I'm going to cook this until 2 things happen. One, the fat is rendered out.
Okay.
And the bacon is crisp. Okay. And then once that's done, and I'm going to leave the bacon drippings in that pot, then look what we're going to do, Ralph. We're going to put in a diced medium onion, couple cloves of garlic, and then, maybe half a pound of wonderful fresh mushrooms.
Some of the things that say Polish cooking to me are butter, onions and butter, and mushrooms for sure.
Yeah.
And of course the Polish sausage that you're going to be using, and sometimes cabbage could probably be introduced.
Cabbage would be, I don't have any cabbage, but if you had cabbage on hand, some shredded cabbage would be great in here. Or you could even put in sauerkraut if you had, you had a little thing of sauerkraut, you could put that in too, that would make good. And then, yes, we are going to make spaghetti. So
it's not going to be egg noodles, it's actually going to be
it's going to be actual spaghetti. We're going to make spaghetti noodles, and we're going to have our sauce, which is going to have those elements in it. And check this out. I don't know if you can get the camera back here.
What is that?
That is a link of smoked kielbasa.
Oh, that's what I'm smelling. That sure smells
good. From the
the
wonderful Polish butcher here. And here's a link of fresh kielbasa.
I like fresh. I like them both, but they're good.
You could use one or the other if you liked all smoked or all fresh. We like both of them, so we're going to use both in this recipe.
So it's an international hybrid fusion confusion, and what's interesting is pasta, or actually spaghetti, if I'm not mistaken, actually originated in China.
It is. It's Chinese.
So we've got some Chinese, some Italian, and some Polish things happening here.
But we're gonna pay homage to our Polish roots and make our Polish spaghetti. We're gonna finish up with the bacon, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, look at that beautiful bacon.
Is that doing its thing?
Yeah. See how it's nice and crispy?
Yeah.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm using a slotted spoon. Okay, I'm going to get that, and I'm putting it on this plate here that I put a paper towel on, so that'll help absorb. Okay, so we've got that.
You're getting carried away with the aromas?
Well, just, what's not to like about fried bacon. Okay, so now, let me get this out. You'll see there's quite a bit of bacon fat left in here. I don't want all of it, but I want a lot of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spoon some of this out. Get a pot holder here. So you want to leave in maybe a couple tablespoons of the bacon fat.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to put the rest of it in here.
And what about that little brown stuff?
That brown stuff is going to stay. That is good stuff. Okay, we've got our bacon. We're going to save this. That is great for frying eggs, for sautéing things. Milkshakes.
Just kidding.
Okay, onions first. In they go. So our onions are going to brown up.
From the fat of the bacon.
From the fat of the bacon. You can smell them already. Okay? So we're going to put our onions in here. And we're going to put in a little pepper. We're going to put in a little bit of salt, and get these stirred around. And you know, and as we're cooking the bacon, all that wonderful brown stuff at the bottom, or while we're cooking the onions, this brown stuff will start to come out. Okay,
kind of loosens it up because of the liquid in the onions.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that stuff is very flavorful. So I want the onions to cook up a little first, and then we'll put in our garlic, and then we'll put in our mushrooms. And then we're going to start building the base of our sauce. Now, this is where, if, you know, you do things more on a gourmet level, you can go ahead and maybe make a white sauce or a cream sauce. We're using, because this is what I have in the pantry, cream of celery soup. You could use cream of mushroom soup. You could use cream of onion soup, would be delicious.
Don't you sometimes call that your secret Polish, like for your...
Cream of mushroom soup, yeah. A lot of times we use that, we call that Polish gravy.
Polish gravy,
in our house.
Yeah.
But, so anyways, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish sauteing these onions, and then we'll put in our garlic and our mushrooms. Be right back. Okay.
So you added the garlic?
Garlic. Mushrooms.
And mushrooms, okay.
Now the mushrooms, you want to cook them, you see they shrink.
They lose the water.
Yeah. So I'm taking it off the heat just for the moment because I'm going to add in our soup. I've got 2 cans here of the cream of celery soup. Okay.
And you said you could also use cream of mushroom or...
Absolutely. Could use cream of mushroom soup,
maybe
cream of onion.
Maybe a cheese soup.
I don't know.
That might be too much.
And I don't know how, that wouldn't be Polishy per se.
Maybe beer soup.
Yeah.
Cheese beer. Beer cheese soup. But yeah, that's, I think celery's a little more subtle and can take on some of these flavors that are in there.
So we've got our 2 cans. Then I've got a 1.25 cups here of milk.
Warmed up?
Yeah.
Because you always like to put warm into warm.
Exactly. Okay.
I learned that.
Now, I'm going to slide this back over, and we're going to just get this mixed. Oh, bacon.
Bacon.
Thank you. There we go. We're going to put our bacon back in. Okay, and we'll let that dilute, and that'll come thicken up. This will be the base. This will be basically our sauce.
So do we bring that to a boil or just warm it up?
Just going to warm it up. Because, by the way, we're baking this dish.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we mentioned it's a baked spaghetti.
It's a baked pasta.
Polska biscotti.
And so, when you use a condensed soup, you got to bring it up to heat so that it fully, you know, it's condensed in the can. So you want it to melt and dissolve. Okay? And then we're going to check for consistency. If it's too thick, I might add a little bit more milk, but we'll see what we come up with.
So it's called reconstituting it.
Exactly. Okay, well, I'm putting the spaghetti in here, and you could break it in half. I'm putting it in whole. I'm going to let it soften up as it goes in, and it'll gradually drop down here into the pot. So, okay, spaghetti's in. We're going to cook that just short of time. I want it still a little al dente because this is going to be a baked dish. So it will cook more.
If you overcook it, it would get mushy.
Look at this beautiful gravy. This sauce.
So that's all those great things we put together with the celery soup?
Yep. Garlic, onions, mushrooms, cream of celery soup.
Bacon.
Bacon with the veggies cooked in the bacon, some of the bacon renderings. Then we've got our cooked kielbasa here, fresh
and
smoked. And we'll fold that in. I'm going to get a smacznego. Delish. I'm going to get a baking dish, and when the spaghetti's done, we'll put the sauce and the kielbasa and the spaghetti all together. Put it in a 350-degree oven. Okay, our spaghetti is done. Al dente. I'm going to just drain it. Get most of the water out of there. It's okay if there's a little water left on. That starchy water is kind of helps with the sauce too to stick. So we're going to put the spaghetti back in. Now we're going to come over here and get our sauce. Okay? And on that goes.
Wow. Right onto this, onto the spaghetti.
Okay. Get all that nice gravy in there. Okay. Now we have our kielbasa. I'm going to stir this around a little bit. And I get that all kind of coated up.
He's got his baking dish ready here.
Yep. Oven's preheated to 350 degrees.
We're so lucky to live in a place that has great Polish sausage, great all kinds of different ethnic and ethnicities and ethnic foods.
Well, that's one of the wonderful things about Detroit. Despite what some of you might hear about it, it's a wonderful community, very diverse.
And people love their food.
Yes, we do. And
easy to find good quality
of all kinds.
Of all kinds, yeah. So we got some great Polish sausage, fresh and smoked, to add to this wonderful baked Polish spaghetti that Kevin invented.
So
I think you invented it, right?
Well,
I never heard of it before.
Somebody else may be doing a variation on it.
I know some people call stuff Polish spaghetti that's really just Italian spaghetti that's baked. But this is, I think, pretty original. Can't wait to try it.
Okay, so we've got this in the pan. And we're going to get it in there. I'm going to put a little covering over it of tin foil. And then we're going to put it in the oven. Remember, everything that's in here is already cooked.
Pretty cooked,
so we're just kind of bake it through for maybe about 30-35 minutes.
What about doing not now, but could you do a crust of breadcrumbs or?
If I had some good rye bread, which I should have bought at the bakery
that's
today,
very Polish.
I would have made breadcrumbs out of it, and we could have put that on top. Now, if you want it a little crustier on top, then take the foil off maybe the last 10 or 15 minutes, and I might do that.
I like it crusty.
Yeah, just to get it on. So, first 15 minutes, foil on. Last 15-20 minutes, foil off. We'll be right back. It's been baking for about 35 minutes.
Look at
I
that.
took the top off for the last 15.
Baked Polish spaghetti, yum.
It's still, you can see it's bubbling around.
You can even hear it.
Yeah. And you can see it's we got a little brown on top.
And as you said, you could do like a little crust of breadcrumbs or
crackers. Rye breadcrumbs would be.
Rye breadcrumbs,
yeah, would be out of this world. All right, I'm going to get a little spatula here.
And then, did you say something about topping it with sour cream and dill, or topping it with sour cream and chives?
I'll show you what I would do. So we're going to...
A couple of different things you could do.
Yeah. I think sour cream is just a natural.
For both Polish and Mexican cooking, actually.
For this. So, we have some sour cream here. And I'm going to kind of get it ready. Sometimes you get sour cream and the whey kind of separates and it comes up to the top. That's that watery stuff. So you just got to give it a good mix. Okay. Now I'm going to cut.
Baking also helps make it easy to cut it with a spatula, right?
Yeah, look at that. Give us. Whoop.
Wow.
We're going to take that. Then we're going to take just a nice little dollop here of sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
If you had some fresh parsley, which I don't have,
or dill, or even
something,
chives.
Chives would be beautiful. There it is. Polish spaghetti.
Didn't you call it Polska Paschetti?
Polska Paschetti. But the star of this dish is really the wonderful kielbasa. But you also have the pasta and that wonderful mushroomy cream
Bacon.
sauce with the bacon. It's really a wonderful thing. So, and you can see now the sour cream starting to melt, and that'll give a nice, cool kind of creaminess to the warm dish.
Everyone's Polish on Polish Spaghetti Day.
That's right. So you know what? We had a great time putting this together. I hope you had a great time being with us. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
I just want to say stolat. That means may you live for 100 years.
Bye. Do widzenia.
Adios, y'all.